Hey, 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 it's me, Melanie, the book boss lady. It's me, Melanie, the book boss lady. It's me, Melanie, the book boss lady. Hey, 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 it's me, Melanie, the book boss lady, where we talk about books, business, being a boss, and everything in between. I apologize. I look like I'm going in and out with this virtual background trying to be fancy, y'all. Look. Okay. So tonight, look, we are going to talk about how to live off the interest with some passive income. I want to share this quote real quick because I don't think people understand the power of passive income. So the quote by Albert Einstein says, compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. He who understands it earns it, and he who doesn't pays it. That's right, paying compound interest. You're paying it when you're paying credit card debt. You're paying it on so many different levels and in so many different areas of your life that you don't even realize it. But tonight, I'm going to show you how you can get on the other side. So we have some special guests that I'm actually going to be zooming in. Yes, that's right. I said zooming in, so that we could watch Mr. Stan Richards and he could show you how to get this amazing compounding interest. I'm telling y'all, I have never seen anything like it before. And this is where you want to get in position, right? It's all about positioning. It's all about making things happen. And it's all about really shifting our mindset to really be where we want to be, do what we want to do. You know, one of my mentors talked a lot. I went to an event and she talked about living off the interest. But let's go ahead and get chimed in, right? So that we could get this information. So I'm going to be sharing my screen. Give me a second. Um, yeah, mute myself.
And I'm going to get on out the way right now. It's 8:04, and I'm going to turn the call over to a guy that I have a great deal of respect for. He's been my co-host over the last few weeks, Mr. Brian Rawlings. Mr. Rawlings and myself go back well over 15 years in business, and we became family after starting out in business. We became family. He and his amazing wife, Shelly, and their two sons. And my two sons, we've been hanging out together for about 15 years. And he's a prudent businessman. So when I got my hand on this information, full transparency, he and his wife Shelly was one of the first people I shared this with. Okay, which was around August of 2021. Now, timing wasn't good for them at that point, so I think they ended up coming in around 60 or 90 days later. Okay, when timing was right for them. Okay. And let me tell you, we've been tied to the hip ever since. He's now a senior executive in this company called Novatech FX and doing some amazing things. So he's going to share his story with you, and he's going to share some information with you about why we're excited to be able to participate in the compounding space with Novatech. So without any further ado, I'm going to hit record here, and I'm going to turn this call over to my good friend and my brother for life.
Recording in progress.
Brian, you there?
I am, Stan. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Good, good. Let me just jump right into it. First of all, man, we give it back to you because, every time we talk about this thing, we first mentioned it to Shelly and I, and we hesitated. And the thing wasn't it just timing, just as you said, timing wasn't right. We have been stretched pretty thin as far as being in a couple of other platforms. And, we just had to make our way. And that's the one thing, and we always talk about this, is the one thing that I regret is not getting in quicker than we did. But, we are excited to be here. And this has just been a great ride to this point. We anticipated greater. So I'm going to jump into the information, Stan. I want to tell everybody, as Stan said, my name is Brian Rawlings. My wife, Shelly, and I have been involved with Novatech since November of 2021. And it has been one of the greatest things that we have ever been involved with. And I say that with no reservation. And let me just tell you real quickly, I'm not a financial advisor of any kind. I'm simply going to tell you about my experience with Novatech, some of the things that we've been involved with, how it has worked for us up to this point, and let you make your own decisions. You be the judge of your future. We saw this as something that would be really, really important for us because I think I've mentioned to as many people as I possibly can. I've been in HR and resources for more than 35 years now. I'm about to retire. And I'm actually choosing a date. That date is going to be between June 15th and January 15th and January 30th of 2024. I'm excited for a number of reasons. And Novatech figures prominently in my retirement. That's all I can tell you right now, because it's going to be one of the greatest things going. So I'm excited about Novatech. I'm excited about retirement. I'm excited to tell you about this information, and I don't want to miss any of the information. So let me just say this. Stan's going to get into the company particulars in just a couple of minutes. Let me just give you kind of a couple of overarching things. One, this company has been involved in this space since June of 2019. Since that time, they have never missed a payout on their earnings, return on investment. Since June of 2019, this is every single week. So here's what I want you to think about it. June of 2019, that's like 43, 44. Never miss one payout, and it has been positive for every single week. I want you to think about it. Just think about your life, what you have done every single week over a 4-year period. If you have been that consistent, because this company has been that consistent. So let me talk to you about what we're talking about. And this company basically is an investment platform. It is a vehicle that will provide you with slow, steady growth over time. They're not trying to hit the home run. They're not trying to make this thing make you a millionaire overnight. What they're doing is slow and steady, helping you grow an investment, single investment, one-time investment over time. So with all of that said, I'm going to stop right there. I'm going to show you some information. And Stan, I'm going to pull up my screen and make sure that I've got everything. I want everybody to be able to see this because the information is just unbelievable. Tell me if you can see my screen, Stan.
Yes, very clear, Brian.
Great. So let me tell you something, everybody. This is what's known as thecalculatorsite.com. Calculatorsite.com. This is not owned by Novatech. This is not even endorsed by Novatech. Be able to forecast over time what your investment is. Remember, we're talking about a one-time investment where you can be a passive investment, invest a certain amount of money one time, never have to put another dime in, and just watch it grow over time. Now, that's one way that you can do it. You can actually invest and continue to add money. It's totally up to you. And that's one of the things that I love about this is the platform allows you to do what you want to do. So let me just show you some of the potential of this particular platform. Because since they've been in inception, as I mentioned, going into its 4th year now, the company has provided investment returns between 2 and 4% every single week. 2 and 4% every single week. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you two examples. First example I'm going to show you is $1,000 investment. What could that potentially look like for you over time? And because we always talk about Novatech, Novatech's return being between 2 and 4%, I'm going to show you at 3% what $1,000 over a period of time could look like on a weekly basis. And let's just make this 5 years. So we're going to use this example. Let's say you've invested $1,000 with Novatech at 3% every single week. Now this is going to be looking at it from the standpoint of 3% every single week, right? We all know that number one, there's no guarantee with any type of investment. And there's no guarantee that this will be 3%. As I said, it goes between 2 and 4%. So we're going to use 3% as the median. We're going to look at it over a period of 5 years, and we're going to compound it weekly. This is, I'm going to tell you that when I heard about compounding, it is literally the eighth wonder of the world. I mean, there's just no way around it because this is something that normally happens to us, not for us. With Novatech, we can actually use compounding and have it work for us. So let's take a look at this first example. A $1,000 one-time investment at 3% every week for 5 years. Let's see what this looks like over time. So I'm going to show you what this looks like. So that big number that you see there is $2,176,097 over a 5-year period. You would put your money in $1,000 and just let it sit there and basically do nothing but reinvest your earnings every single week. Reinvesting your earnings, which is allowing you to compound your earnings every single week. Now let's take a look at this. And this is the yearly view. If you had that $1,000, at the end of your first year, it's going to be over $4,000 as a return. But in the second year, it's over $21,000. Your third year, over $100,000. And I'm going to skip right to year number 5, where it ends up at over $2 million. So here's what I'm saying to you. You can make a one-time investment, never add another dollar to it out of your own pocket. Simply reinvest your earnings on a weekly basis, and that over a 5-year period get you to over $2 million. Now, there are going to be a lot of people that will look at these numbers and say this is not possible. It can't be. And I'm here to tell you that it can be, and it is extremely possible. Everybody that's on this call that is already an investor with Novatech knows the possibilities and they know the potential. And I'm on this calculator literally a couple of times a day, every single day, because I'm looking at forecasting different numbers. So I want you to look at this on a monthly basis. All right. So I showed it to you on a yearly basis. Let's take a look at this on a monthly basis. And what I want you to do, here are your months: 1, 2, 3, all the way down. All right, on the left hand side. What I want you to do is take a look at 6 months. At our 6 month, at this 6 month interval, $1,000 investment, it literally shows that you have made over $2,000. And for those folks that are really skeptical, what I say is pull out your seed money at 6 months because you see it's doubling. Pull out your $1,000 investment. That way you can always be assured if you're that skeptical, not lost any money, you'll have that $1,000 in your hand. And you will continue Novatech will continue to trade on your behalf over $1,100 from that 6 month period. Let's take a look at, we take you down. There's your first year, as I already showed you. I'm going to move through this really quickly because I want to take you to another example. But look at how the money is growing simply because you're reinvesting it over time. And it's only a one-time investment. We go all the way to the bottom. Again, over our 5 years, it shows our over $2 million, $2,076.90. Ladies and gentlemen, let me just say this: you're not going to find this type of return virtually anywhere. If you look at what your returns are in your savings account, you're probably at 0.6%. I got a notice from Wells Fargo, and the banks are starting to get hit with all of this. I got a from Wells Fargo about a week ago. They said, come invest with us. Give us about $10,000 and we're going to be able to provide you 4.4% for the year. 4.4% on a $10,000 investment for the year. I've just shown you how you can literally take a $1,000 investment and you are averaging 3% a week, which is 12% a month or more. Actually, with its compounded, it's more like 13.6% in a month. And they're talking about 4.4% a year. So here, what we're trying to do is just show you a different alternative. There are different ways that you're going to be able to utilize the money that you have and the money that you work hard for. So we want you to be able to put your money where it's going to do the most good. So let's take a look at a different example. Let's say we had $2,500. Now I use $2,500 because when I came into this platform, I asked Stan, where did he start? Stan said I started at $2,500. I said, then that's where we did start. And again, we're going to keep everything consistent. The only thing that's changing is our initial investment here of $2,500. We're still looking at 3% on a weekly basis. We're still going to compound it over a 5-year period. And we're going to take a look at what could that $2,500 look like. Well, there you have it. Over $5 million in a 5-year, looking at it over 5 years. Again, I'm going to jump right to the monthly so that you can see how this 2,500 grows, because this is insane. And let me tell you something. I've been involved with Novatech over about 15 months now. My $2,500 investment, we did so well. We exceeded the numbers that you see on this screen in the first year. Now, again, there are no guarantees that if you did that, then you would have the exact same thing. Everything goes up and down. And Stan is going to talk to you more specifically about that. But I just want to show you what the potential is. Think about this. If you had $2,500 that you can invest one time and look at the return on that investment over a 5-year period, look at this. When we get to 2 years, you've now made $54,076 off of a one-time $2,500 investment. Let's take a look at 3 years in. At 3 years in on your $2,500 investment, you're over $250,000. That's a $250,000 in a 3-year period. Let me take you to the 4th year. We look at 48 months. On that $2,500, we're over $1 million. And then finally, in our 5th year, we're $5 million. And all you did was make that one-time investment and reinvest it every single year. That's why everybody will tell you that compounding is the eighth wonder of the way that we are able to do it. And we've not been privy to this. In the past, this has been something that has been literally relegated to the super rich. They were the only ones that could take advantage of things like this. And that's how they became super rich. So I'm going to stop right there and return it back over to Sam, because I want Sam to give you all of the information. And this guy knows all of the information as far as this platform is concerned. He's going to be able to walk you step by step through not only the numbers of the platform, but how you could potentially get involved and how you could be as happy as we are when Friday rolls around. We call it Friday, because that's when we get our earnings. So Stan, let me turn it back to you, good brother. This is the most prudent businessman I know, Stan Richards.
Thanks, Brian. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. It's all yours.
I'm going to say this, man, and I got to say this publicly. Every time I see this calculator, true story, I smile, because when you were going over that $1,000 piece, it made me think of my son. We were on vacation August of 2021. True story, guys, full transparency. I got started in Novatech July 26, 2021, and we were on a family vacation. So I was sharing this information with my son, who's now 21, and my wife, Sharice. And when we got to the calculator, he jumped up, "Dad, there's just no way. There's just, is no way that anybody can pay out this type of money, right? And I tell you, Brian, I wanted to throw him off the balcony that day, but of course I didn't, and I couldn't, right? But it was one of those moments where true story, I was so upset with him, but then I had to calm down because here's the deal, guys. We don't know what we don't know. And he had never been privy to the power of compound earnings, and neither had I. Okay? And I was just introduced a few weeks prior, but after the first week of seeing the return, the light just came on for me. So as hot as I was at this kid, I said, you know what? I'm going to put $1,000 in here for you to pay for your college. And we did that. And guess what? 18 months later, as Brian said, that $1,000 has way exceeded his expectation. And every week he gets an email from Novatech, a ping. And guess what he asked me, B? Dad, what is my 4-digit PIN? I said, don't worry about that. Daddy controls the PIN, right? True story, right? So the goal here, guys, is why I'm excited because I'm able to expose my son, who he'll never learn about the power of compound earnings and how money really works in school. Even though he's in college, he'll never learn about this. So we're excited to be able to teach him about this and expose him to something like this. And I know you too, Brian, you have 2 sons in college who are in Novatech and doing really, really well. And the goal is to let Novatech pay for his school and position him for to purchase real estate when he comes out of school, right? And we wish that we would have had these types of opportunities when we came out of school. So, guys, I want to welcome again all the guests, and I want to welcome all of our partners that's dialing in from around the country and around the world. I'm going to jump right into the information. I always like to start with what this is and what it's not. And I'll start with, first of all, what it's not. Number one, it's not a scam. Number two, it's not a get-rich-quick deal. Number three, is not the bank, meaning that you put your money in here today and take it out next week. Okay, it's not that type of party. Okay, as Brian said, it's a 6-month to 1 year, medium to long-term investment platform. Okay, and number two, we're not going to try to convince you to join anything. There'll be no hype or anything like that with this overview tonight. We're just sharing the information. We believe that the truth is good enough, and everything that we're going to show you is factual. Number three, I always say this for the record, this is not MLM, network marketing, or the direct sales industry, because of 3 reasons. Number one, there's no fee to join a company, there's no monthly subscription, and you don't have to recruit people in order to make income here and be profitable. Now, that being said, I love the direct sales industry. It retired me and my wife 16 years ago from 2 6-figure income jobs. I worked for the transit system here in DC, driving buses. And my wife was an IT project manager at GS14 with the Department of Homeland Security 16 years ago. So that industry retired. Both of us, it has given us time freedom. And we've met some amazing people like Brian and Shelley Rollins along the way. Okay, I have nothing bad to say about that industry, but quite frankly, this is not that. Okay, let's talk about what Novatech is. Trading profits made easy. Simply put, Novatech is a professional trading platform that have well-vetted professional traders that trade our investment on our behalf. That's it. Okay, if you have some extra discretionary income sitting in a bank account that's getting you 2 to 4% a year, like Brian said, take a few of those dollars and put it in Novatech and start to experience 2 to 4% a week where you're able to compound. That's it. Okay. The industries that we participate in is the cryptocurrency space. Our traders trade in that space 7 days a week, 24 hours a day here in the US. So they generate revenues there. They also generate revenues through Bitcoin mining. Whenever you're buying or selling cryptocurrency, there's fees involved. So Novatech capitalize off of those fees. They generate monies there. They generate monies through Bitcoin and crypto ATM machines. You're going to start to see in your community Bitcoin ATM machines. Why? Because it's going mainstream. All your major conglomerates like Fidelity, Chase, okay, Wells Fargo, they're now starting to offer their customers cryptocurrency. Okay, so you're going to start seeing these Bitcoin ATM machines around in your community. And they also generate revenues from crypto and debit card transactions. There's 5 streams of income that comes in. Now, let's talk about the visionaries of the company, Cynthia and Eddie Petillon. What I love about this couple is, number one, I got to meet them after being a part of the company over the first 60 days, joining the company. Okay, I had a lot of questions. They answered all my questions. Okay, they're experts in this space. They have over 40 years of combined experience in this space. Here are their credentials on the screen. They're out front of the company. They're not hiding behind the internet like a lot of these platforms are. Okay, and they have a big vision and a generous heart. They help the little guy. You'll see what I'm talking about as I get further along the overview. Okay, now as Brian stated earlier, the company Novatech was established in June of 2019 as a legally registered cryptocurrency and Forex trading platform. Key words here: legally registered to do business here in the US. Okay? Now, here's what makes this a no-brainer in our opinion. The company has been showing returns every single week between 2 and 4% return on investment every single Friday for over 3.5 years and never missed a pay run. Okay? Now, abroad, Novatech is a MetaTrader 5 broker. I'm really proud to share that, because you don't just become a MetaTrader 5 broker. It takes millions of dollars to become a MetaTrader 5 broker. Okay? What we're excited about is that they're trading on their own platform. We're now operating on a third party's platform to conduct the trades for them. So they are the broker and they oversee the traders that's been handpicked by the owners of this company. Now, let's bring it all together. When you get started, if this makes sense, then you want to participate, all you're going to do is get back to the person that invited you on a call tonight. Let them know that you're interested in getting started. They'll send you their link. You're going to click on their link and you're going to open up your Novatech PAM account. Now, PAM stands for Percentage Allocation Management Margin. Simply put, it's a pool of funds inside of a cryptocurrency or Forex trading account. It's just like a mutual fund, if you will, or like if you have a retirement fund, like an IRA, okay? It's just like that. Now, in my opinion, it's just like opening up a bank account. It takes about 5 to 7 minutes to do so. They ask you the same questions like your name, your address. They have you create a username, a password. They want your email. They even have you create a 4-digit PIN. No one gets into your account but you, just like no one would get into your bank account. Again, it's called a PAM account. Now, once your account is funded, 24 hours later, the traders go to trade for you. Now, here's how this all works. Novatex traders, first of all, they've been well vetted and handpicked. They have an 85 to 90% success rate. Okay, they have to demonstrate for 30 days on a demo account that they can trade before they are handpicked by the owners. Now, one of the questions in full transparency that I had for the owners when I started was, is it possible for them to lose all of our money in one or two trades? And Cynthia said, absolutely not, because we will never trade the entire PAM account. There's hundreds of thousands of dollars and millions of dollars in this one big account. So Novatex traders go into this account and they trade 20 to 30% daily based on market conditions. If the market is very volatile, they may trade little to none that day. Okay? And they do this over a 7-day period. Matter of fact, they started from last Friday up until tonight. So every Thursday, what happens, the company looks at its books and they look at all the trades over the past week. And there's hundreds of trades. Some of them they won, some of them they lost. Some of them are still open. Okay, but here's what we're excited about, guys. Since inception of this company, every single Thursday for over 3.5 years, this company has shown profits. Okay, so again, you got 5 streams of income that's coming into the company. I just talked about. So this is not just predicated on Bitcoin going up and down. So some people, when I share this information with, they say, "Oh, Bitcoin is volatile; it's not going to be around." But no, our returns, ladies and gentlemen, is not predicated on Bitcoin going up and down. Okay, that's just one piece of the pie. I talked about 5 streams coming in. Okay, so what they do with the profits is 70% of these profits tonight is paid out to the investors, you and I, based on what you have invested. The other 30% goes to the company. It's a 70-30 split. That's industry standard, number one. And number two, we all are fine with that because we didn't do any work
To get that money.
and we didn't lose any sleep for that money. We just made the investment. Now, here's the deal, full transparency. If the company doesn't make any profits tonight as a company, we don't see any profits tomorrow. Okay? So we tell everyone that don't put any monies in here that you can't afford to risk. Thank God we've been seeing returns for 3.5 years. Okay, anywhere between 2 and 4%. So what happens, guys, every Friday, as Brian said, we call it Friday. You can make up your own words.
Mhm.
Every Friday, every investor in Novatech wakes up with a smile on their face. I'm telling you, I know I have for 18 months and Brian had for 15 months. That's number one. We wake up happy. And number two, we keep this phone right here, right next to our side. It's right by the desk. The first thing we do when we wake up, we start looking to see what that return is. It is so freaking exciting. Okay? Now, talk about anticipation. So every Friday, based on what you have invested, you might have $1,000, and Brian might have 100,000. So if our returns come back out tomorrow at 3%, you're gonna get 3% on 1,000. He'll get 3% on 100,000. Okay. What's so cool about this? It's a level playing field. The person with 100,000 don't get any more benefits than a person with 1,000. Right? Now, last week we seen a return of 2.1%. The week before was 2%. Okay. And if you're a trader on the line, a lot of times when I share this with people who trade, they say, well, I could get 2% a day. I say, yeah, but you're going to have to live at that computer to do it. You got to get up at 4 in the morning when all the markets open. We don't have to do any of that. This is just another passive stream of income coming in. So now, every Friday, when you get those returns, you have options. You have the option to either reinvest, what we recommend, because this is a medium to long-term play. And if you want to see your account grow exponentially, you want to allow it to grow. So you can compound those monies or you can withdraw those monies. Okay? Now, keep it moving. I always tell people the proof is in the pudding, guys. Okay? Remember I said to you earlier when we started that we believe the truth is good enough and everything that we're going to show you is factual. Okay, we're not going to put any fluff in this overview tonight. Now, if you look at this slide shows you the way that this company performed in all of last year. Okay, and in my opinion, okay, and I'm not a real smart guy, but I've been blessed with a lot of common sense. I have a PhD, public high school diploma, right? But it has afforded me to make more money than a brain surgeon because of common sense. So if you look at this slide, I want you to look at this slide, and I want you to, in your mind, I want you to go to your bank account. And I want you to think about any discretionary income, any extra income that you got sitting in that account that's getting you 0.6% a year. Okay? And I want you to compare it to how Novatech performed all of last year. Look at January, 11.5 for the month. February 11, March 12.9, April 15, May 7.9. We're really proud about May because last year, May 13th, all the markets crashed and people lost half of their life savings in their 401ks and retirement funds. Okay? This company still did 7.9% on May 13th. Look at June, how we bounced back, 13%, July 17%, August 12, September 15%, October 11, November 9%. Mind you, in November, remember what happened, the whole FTX scandal, okay? I always tell people there's crooks in every industry. FTX and Novatech has nothing to do with each other, okay? Now, when everybody was running for the hills and selling all of their crypto because they thought the industry was going to go away, all your major conglomerates was buying it up and the billionaires buying it up. Well, guess what? We still did 9.3% that month. And then December, okay, which is traditionally one of the slowest months in the year because of the holidays, we did 11%, okay? So when you look at this slide, guys, and you consider that extra money you have been sitting in a bank that's getting you 0.6% a year. We're talking about these numbers here monthly that's being compounded. And if you look at the average of all of last year, we did 12.4% per month. compound. Okay, really proud about that, right? Considering we're in the worst financial markets in over the past 40 years. Okay, keeping it moving. Now, here's some reasons why Novatech is different from anything that you ever seen. Number one, there's no expiration dates. Okay, meaning that you can make an investment and the company will trade on your behalf as long as you want. You don't have to add any more money. There's no smoke and mirrors there. And you can cancel at any given time. Number two, you have 100% access to your funds. Okay. We recommend again that if you're not willing to invest, to leave your funds working for 6 months to a year, this may not be the platform for you because this is not the bank. Okay, you don't put it in this month and take it out next month. Okay. Now, you have options to either withdraw or reinvest your monies. There's no earning caps. Okay, we have people on the investors on the team that's trading at 7 figures now. Okay, and again, it's to me, myself, and a lot of the investors here, it's a complete no-brainer because the company has been showing return on investment every single Friday. And you need absolutely no trading skills. You can set it and forget it. They even have auto compound where you don't even have to log in and compound your earnings. You can set it and they'll email you every Friday your return. Okay, it's a beautiful thing. Once again, the company is registered to do business here in the U.S. with the Department of Treasury and FinCEN. It's a global opportunity. We have people around the world participating in Novatech. We have people on my team from around the world that's participating in Novatech. However, you don't have to share this with anyone. You can be strictly passive if you decide to do so. Now, once you open that account, Novatech says you have 48 hours to actually fund the account. Okay. Now, onboarding is a process. Okay. Now, you have to onboard with cryptocurrency. So you fund your account in cryptocurrency, they pay you in cryptocurrency, and you can move that cryptocurrency back to US dollars if you care to do so. Don't be alarmed if you don't own any cryptocurrency. We will show you how to purchase your cryptocurrency. These are the cryptocurrencies that we use on our screen. We use Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, and USDT. Okay, ERC20. Now, from there, all you're going to do is pick a package. Okay, and what we love about this is that the little guy can participate. We have a package that starts at $99. Okay, that's very generous of the company to do that. Now, it's called the builder package. I recommend if you're going to start there, you're going to want to add more money over the next 30 days. I'll explain why in a second. Okay, then we have the bronze package at $500. We have the silver package. That's where I started. That's where Brian started. A lot of the other leaders on the line started there. Okay, we have the gold package that starts at $5,000. And we have the platinum package at $10,000. Get in where you feel comfortable investing. Now, again, for the record, past performance is not indicative of future earnings. Okay. Now, once your account is funded, 24 hours later, the company goes to work for you. The investors go to work for you on your behalf. They trade your account for 30 straight days. After 30 days, they will assess a $25 fee to your account. Now, here's what I like about the fee. A couple of things. Number one, that fee comes out of your earnings, okay, and your profits, and not out of your pocket. Number two, The company is so generous, they take that fee and they actually pay it back out to the investors in our affiliate program. If you decide to take advantage of that, that's strictly optional. Okay. Now, for the record, there's no service available in the following states: Texas, South Carolina, Montana, Hawaii, Alaska, and California due to state regulations. It has nothing to do with Novatech. It's due to state regulations. Some states frown upon this industry, and I wonder why, right? Keeping it moving, no shade. We have a VIP package. A lot of business owners, a lot of entrepreneurs start here. Okay, why? Because business owners and business-minded people are always looking for vehicles where their money will work for them as hard as they worked for it. This package starts at $25,000, and here are the benefits. Novatech says we'll trade your account for 30 straight days. In addition to your earnings each week, we're going to add another 1% cash back at the end of the month, and they'll waive the $25 fee. Okay, but that was kind of very generous. We have the President's Club package that starts at $100,000 and higher. Okay, I'm proud to be a part of the President's Club, and I entered into this club 13 months after joining Novatech with a one-time $2,500 investment. I'll show you how you can do that as well if you're interested. Now, here's the benefit package here. Novatech says we'll trade your account for 30 straight days. In addition to your weekly earnings each week, at the end of the month, we're going to add another 2.5% cash back reward. And we're going to give you a $1,000 bonus and waive the $25 fee. So let's look at this. Let's just say, hypothetically, if you were getting 3% a week on $100,000, that's $3,000 a week. That's $12,000 a month. So Novatech says we're going to add another 2.5% on top of the $12,000, and we're going to give you a one-time $1,000 bonus when you reach this package, and we waive the monthly fee. Okay. Now I'm going to transition, and I'm going to talk about our affiliate program. Okay. Again, this is not MLM or direct sales and network marketing. 3 reasons why. There's no fee to join, a monthly subscription, and you don't have to recruit people. But if you decide that you want to share with others, share the blessing, they will pay you handsomely. Okay? And here's how. In addition to getting a return on your investment every single Friday, Novatech says, if you decide you want to share this with your family, friends, co-workers, or whoever, we will pay you commission bonuses every single Saturday. So now you're getting paid twice a week. So now you get to compound twice a week, or you get to withdraw twice a week. Now, let me share with you how generous this compensation piece is. And what I love about it is the simplicity. It's real simple. There's no smoke and mirrors. There's no up to this or up to that. They don't pay you in points. It's real simple. You do this, we're going to pay you that on Saturday. Let me explain. The first way you can take advantage of this, okay, by sharing this information. I shared this with my good friends, Brian and Shelly Rawlings. They came on board, okay, at the silver package. Stan Richards get a direct referral bonus on the following Saturday. That's it. Okay. So if you're a guest, you come on tonight or tomorrow. The person who invited you want to get a bonus, a commission bonus on Saturday. This is how you grow your account exponentially. Now, look at number 2. Indirect referral bonuses through 7 levels. Now, this is powerful because Novatech says, Stan, everyone that Brian and Shelly share this information with and they come on board, Brian and Shelly gonna get a direct referral bonus, but you're gonna get an indirect referral bonus. And this pays through 7 levels. So now you're getting paid for something that you had absolutely nothing to do with. That's real life leverage there. It's a beautiful thing. Number 3 is a fast track bonus. Okay. Number 4 is my favorite bonus. Weekly lifetime weekly check matching bonuses. It's real simple. So Novatech says everyone that you decide to share this with, when those investors get their return every Friday, they're going to pay you a check match every Saturday. The $1 million question is, how many check matches do you want? And that pays 9 levels deep. Okay? We have a residual bonus that pays 9 levels deep. The $25, every person that you share this with, and they pay their $25 after trading for 30 days, you get a residual bonus. And then there's rank advancement bonuses as well as profit sharing pools. If you decide that you want to take advantage of this affiliate program, I can tell you from a position of strength, I've never seen any compensation plan that pays so handsome like Novatech FX, right? That being said, I'm going to share this last slide and then we're going to wrap up for the evening. Disclaimer, okay? I'm not going to read this. I'm going to give you the skinny on it. Novatech says, number 1, do not invest any money that you can't afford to risk. Okay? What does that mean? Get started with your play money, your discretionary income. Don't put your mortgage in here. Don't put your car note in here. Don't put money in here that you need to get back out within the next 6 months. Number 2, Novatech says you have to be at least 18 years or older in order to participate in this platform. I love it because now we get to share this with our young adult kids and expose them to the power of compound earnings. Okay. Number 3, for the record, we're not financial advisors. We're not here to give you financial advice. We're just sharing information about what is working for us here at Novatech FX. So that being said, guys, I'm gonna wrap up the call for the evening. On behalf of my co-host, Mr. Brian Rawlings, and all the investors that's dialing in from all over the country and around the world, thank you for taking the time out for joining us this evening. Get back to the person that invited you on a call. Get all your questions answered. Good luck on your decision. God bless you. God bless your family. And God bless your dreams. This call is officially over. Good night.
Hey, hey. How y'all doing?
Night,
Uh-oh.
Recording
I
stopped.
am.
Good night, everyone.
I am
Good
here.
night.
Give me a second. Can y'all hear me? Okay. Awesome. I hope that you can hear me now. Put in the chat if you can hear me now. I know it said I was muted for a minute, but I want to make sure you can hear me. Hey, look, I hope that you all love that information that you just heard about passive income. I know I'm still going in and out. Look, this little screen background, I was trying to be fancy, but it's not working out for me right this second. Can y'all hear me? Put in the chat if you can hear me, please. Please, please, please. I don't know what's going on with the microphone, and I think it might still be on the Zoom, but I turned the Zoom off. So you should be able to hear me. Hmm. Yeah, let me know if you can hear me. Put in the chat. Please, 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 please. All right. So we were talking about Novatech. We're talking about getting passive income. And we're talking about, so if passive income is for you, I need you to make sure you connect with me and find out how you can join Novatech so that you can get the passive income too. And so, again, I'm excited about it. I have been a part of Novatech since September. And wow, I think of 2022, November, December, January. So, excuse me, 6 months, about 6 months now. It has been a tremendous blessing to me and those that I have shared it with. And I'm just super excited about it. So, if you are interested in learning how to live off the interest, now I learned about that from one of my mentors who she had an event back in Tennessee that I went to a couple of years ago, an in person event, and she gave us shirts that said, living off the interest, right? And I was so excited because I was like, how am I going to do that? How I couldn't even think about it in my own head how that could happen until I heard about Novatech and some programs like Novatech. And so again, I'm really excited about Novatech and what it has done for me so far. And I'm looking to see how it can help you to live off the interest and get the passive income that you deserve. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up on tonight. I don't see any questions in the chat. Like I said earlier, you can put your questions in the chat, but since I don't see any questions in the chat, I'm going to go ahead and end the live. But remember to make sure that you get passive income, you get residual income, but most of all, make sure you have multiple streams to live your dreams because one income is too close to none. And you need to invest in 7 ventures, yes, 8, because you do not know what disaster may come upon the land, right? And that's why we want to make sure that you are getting these streams of income. And Novatech is an amazing stream to add to your streams. All right, with that said, hey, 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 it's me, Melanie, the book boss lady. Bye.